Your dog has been hiding something from you, something that scientists have only recently discovered. Once you understand it, you will never look at your dog the same way again. There is a moment occurring right now in millions of homes across the globe where dogs are engaging in behaviors that reveal the full depth of what they feel for their owners. Yet most people completely miss it. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you are going to see your dog through entirely new eyes. Dogs have been living alongside humans for more than 15,000 years. That represents 15,000 years of coevolution, of brains rewiring, and of behavior adapting, not just to survive alongside us, but to genuinely connect with us. Modern neuroscience has confirmed what dog lovers have always felt. Dogs possess the same brain structures responsible for emotions that we do. They produce the same hormones. They feel, and they have developed an incredibly sophisticated set of behaviors to show it. Today we are going through 10 of those behaviors, and I promise you, some of these are going to completely surprise you. Your dog yawns right after you do. You have probably seen this happen and thought nothing of it. You yawn, you cover your mouth, and somewhere in the corner of the room, your dog yawns too. This is not a coincidence. Research from the University of Tokyo demonstrated that dogs catch yawns from their owners at a significantly higher rate than from strangers. This is called contagious yawning. In humans, it is directly linked to empathy, to the ability to feel what another individual is feeling. The same mechanism appears to be operating in dogs. What is happening at a neurological level is fascinating. When your dog sees you yawn, their mirror neuron system activates. This is the same neural architecture that allows humans to unconsciously mimic and emotionally resonate with others. Your dog isn't just copying a behavior. They are, in a very real sense, syncing with your emotional state. Here is something even more remarkable. The yawn transfer only works reliably between dogs and their owners. With strangers, there is a much weaker effect. The bond itself is what amplifies the response. You can test this right now. Yawn slowly and dramatically in front of your dog and just wait. If they yawn back, that is empathy. That is your dog feeling with you. Your dog locks eyes with you. Most animals avoid prolonged eye contact. In the animal kingdom, staring is a challenge or a threat. Wolves, the ancestors of dogs, are no exception. And yet your dog will look directly into your eyes and hold that gaze. Why? A landmark study published in the journal Science revealed that mutual gazing between dogs and their owners triggers a surge of oxytocin in both species. Oxytocin is the same neurochemical released between mothers and newborns, or between people who love each other. It floods both your system and your dog's system simply through eye contact. This is extraordinary. Dogs are the only non-human species known to have hijacked this human bonding mechanism through evolution. They didn't just learn to do it, they evolved to do it. Over thousands of generations, the dogs that were best at forming emotional connections with humans, including through eye contact, were the ones that survived and reproduced. When your dog looks at you softly with slightly relaxed eyes, they are not just looking at you. They are releasing a bonding chemical into both of your bodies simultaneously. They are, in a measurable biological sense, deepening their love for you in real time. And it works both ways. The more you hold that soft gaze back, the stronger the bond becomes. Your dog moves their eyebrows for you. Dogs do not have eyebrows the way humans do, but they have a set of small facial muscles above their eyes that produce eyebrow-like movements, and they use them specifically when interacting with humans. Research published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences found that domesticated dogs have a muscle called the levator anguli oculi medialis that wolves simply do not have. This muscle produces the inner brow raise, the same expression that humans use to signal sadness, vulnerability, and the desire to connect. What makes it even more remarkable is that dogs produce significantly more of these facial movements when a human is paying attention to them than when they are being ignored. They are not doing it reflexively. They are performing an emotional display specifically for you in response to your attention. Why did this evolve? Because humans respond to it. We find that inner brow raise irresistible. It mimics the look of a human child expressing vulnerability, and our brains are wired to respond to that. Dogs that developed this muscle were more successful at bonding with human caretakers, so over thousands of years it became a fixed trait. Your dog is making expressions designed at an evolutionary level specifically to move you. Your dog wants to cuddle after eating, not before. This one matters. After your dog finishes their meal, watch what they do next. Many dogs will come directly to you. They will press against you, settle next to you, or climb into your lap. That timing is not random. There is a reason it happens after eating, not before. Before eating, a dog's behavior is driven by a survival imperative, food seeking and food acquisition. Their brain is in a different mode. But after eating, with that need satisfied, what remains is the social bond. The desire to be close to you is not about food, it is about you. Cuddling also has a measurable physiological effect. It releases endorphins and suppresses cortisol, the stress hormone, in both dogs and their owners. Your dog is not just seeking warmth or comfort in an abstract sense. They are seeking specifically you in a moment when they have no other motivation to do so. If your dog consistently comes to you after meals, that behavior is one of the clearest signals of genuine attachment you can observe. They have been fed, they are not hungry, and still, the place they want to be is next to you. Your dog brings you their most prized possession. Dogs are naturally possessive. They guard their toys, their bones, and their chews, sometimes fiercely. So when your dog trots over and drops a slobbery, well-loved toy at your feet, understand what that actually means. Behaviorally, this is an offering, one of the oldest social behaviors in pack animals. It signals trust at the deepest level. Your dog is not just showing you the toy, they are entrusting you with it. They are communicating that you are the safest, most important individual in their environment, the one they believe will protect what matters most to them. There is also a play invitation component. Dogs use objects to initiate social bonding interactions. But what makes it meaningful is the selection of the favorite object. It is not just anything, it is the specific item they value most. That is the equivalent of someone handing you their most precious possession and saying, "I trust you completely." Next time your dog brings you their chewed up, worn out favorite thing, do not brush it off. Receive it because your dog just told you something important. Your dog lets you touch the top of their head. Here is something most new dog owners do not realize. Reaching over a dog's head to pat the top of their skull is actually an instinctively threatening gesture. From a dog's perspective, something large looming over them and making contact with the most vulnerable part of their head is not a comfortable experience. Most dogs, with people they do not fully trust, will subtly flinch, duck, or step back. So when your dog sits still, closes their eyes, and leans into your hand as you scratch the top of their head, that is a profound expression of trust. They are allowing something that their instincts classify as potentially threatening because their trust in you overrides that signal entirely. Animal behaviorists recommend getting on a dog's level and scratching under the chin or behind the ears as a more universally comfortable form of affection. But if your dog accepts head touching from you and clearly enjoys it, you have earned something real. That dog trusts you completely. Your dog sleeps on your clothes. You come home to find your dog has pulled your shirt off the couch or dragged a sock from the laundry. Before you get frustrated, understand what is actually happening. Dogs have an olfactory system estimated to be between 10,000 and 100,000 times more sensitive than ours. Scent is not just information for a dog, it is their primary emotional landscape. And of all the scents in their world, yours is the one most deeply associated with safety, comfort, and security. When you are gone, your dog experiences varying degrees of separation-related stress. Seeking out an item that carries your scent is a self-soothing behavior. Studies using cortisol measurements have found that dogs exposed to their owner's scent show reduced stress responses in the owner's absence. Your dirty laundry is, to your dog, the closest thing to you they can access when you are not there. The item they go for first tends to be whatever carries the strongest concentration of your scent, which is usually footwear and socks. This is not misbehavior. This is your dog managing their emotional state using the only tool they have, the memory of you, encoded in smell. Your dog's tail tells you more than you think. The wagging tail is the most universally recognized dog behavior, and also the most misread one. Tail wagging does not simply mean happy. It is a communication system, and the direction, speed, height, and stiffness of the wag all carry different information. Research from the University of Trento found that dogs wag more to the right when they feel positive emotions, when they see their owner, for example, and more to the left when they feel anxiety or uncertainty. This asymmetry reflects left-right hemisphere differences in the brain and is subtle enough that it is almost invisible without careful observation. Beyond direction, a relaxed, mid-height wag at moderate speed is a greeting. A low, slow wag often signals nervousness. A high, rapid, stiff wag, particularly combined with a rigid body, is a warning, not a welcome. The challenge is that tail set and movement vary by breed. A greyhound's low resting tail position reads completely differently from a husky's curled over tail. Knowing your specific dog's baseline is essential. Once you do, you will realize your dog has been having entire conversations with their tail that you have been completely missing. Your dog loses their mind when you come home late. You have seen it. You walk through the door after a long day, and your dog acts as if you have returned from the dead. The spinning, the vocalizing, the full body wiggling. It can seem over the top, but there is a deep and beautiful reason for it. Research measuring oxytocin and cortisol levels in dogs during reunions with their owners has found something striking. When you return, your dog's oxytocin, the bonding hormone, spikes measurably. Their cortisol, the stress hormone that had been elevated during your absence, drops. Your return is biochemically a relief event, and there is a cognitive layer too. Dogs have a concept of time that is tied to biological rhythms. They can sense the passage of hours through changes in scent concentration, light levels, and their own hunger cycles. When you come home later than usual, their anticipation system has been activated and unresolved for longer. The explosion of behavior you see is not just excitement, it is the release of accumulated tension. You are not just their favorite person, you are their anchor. Your presence is what regulates their emotional state. The intensity of that greeting is the exact measure of how much they needed you back. Your dog follows you everywhere, even when you don't want them to. You stand up to get a glass of water, your dog gets up too. You walk to the bathroom, there they are. You change rooms for no reason, they are already at your feet before you finish the thought. This behavior, often called Velcro dog syndrome, is rooted in something profound. In the wild, canine social groups move together. Separation from the group means vulnerability. Your dog's deepest social programming says, stay close to the one you are bonded to. But beyond instinct, research on attachment theory in dogs has shown that dogs form primary attachment bonds with specific individuals that closely mirror the attachment bonds that human children form with their caregivers. Your dog does not follow you because they are bored or because they want treats, though those things play a role. They follow you because you are their primary attachment figure. You are the one they have chosen. That shadow behind you everywhere you go. That is not neediness. That is love expressed in the only language a dog has. And there you have it, 10 scientifically grounded behaviors that your dog has been using to communicate something that does not need translation once you know how to read it. From the yawn they catch from you to the eye contact that literally bonds you together chemically, to the fact that they follow your every step, your dog has been telling you the same thing over and over in 10 different ways. If these revelations have changed the way you perceive your four-legged friend, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. We are dedicated to exploring the profound science of animal behavior and the unique history shared between humans and the creatures we love. Join our community to help us continue uncovering the truths that have been hidden in plain sight. Your support helps us grow, and the next chapter of discovery will be opening soon.